got the engine out of the car. Look at this thing. It looks like ass. There's like pine needles all over the freaking place. There's oil everywhere. Oh man, when I took this thing apart, there was like aftermarket bolts that were definitely not meant to be there. The timing cover is broken right here for some reason. Well, now we just gotta take it apart. And man, this thing is gonna look so much better when it's done. But right now, I just wanted to let you guys see just how terrible it is. Really, the important part is just being able to see the before and after, I think. But yeah, so all right, let's do this. Okay, so get this. I was taking apart the engine, right? And then I noticed something that just wasn't right. I was like, wait a minute, why does this water pump only have 2 ports coming off of it? These STIs should have a port coming off the other side that goes to the oil cooler. And I was like, wait, it doesn't have an oil cooler. And I was like, wait a minute, what the hell engine is this? Because I also noticed it seemed older, because it has the half moons on the back of the heads. And then I checked the casting marks. This is a EJ20, which makes me think, oh shit, this is a JDM engine. So I checked the heads, and there's Z20, which apparently is JDM STI heads. So this just got more interesting. So being that we have a new Type RA EJ 2.5 liter block that's supposed to go in this, we're trying to figure out if we want to try and make these heads work or, get the correct heads, which is probably what we're going to do, because they're supposed to be the W series heads that, I mean, these have dual AVCS, which is great, but they don't have any ports for the air pump system. And I don't want to have to get them machined to match the correct bore size of the 2.5 liter block. So I think we're just going to get some US W series heads. And yeah, we'll have to come back to this video after we figure out what to do next. But isn't this fun, Brian?
This is so much fun.
Yeah, now we got to figure out what to do with this engine.
Yeah.
Not really any point in me taking it too much further apart, I guess, until we get a little further, huh?
Unacceptable. People and their crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, I guess join us next time, and we'll hopefully have some better news for you. Right, Brian?
Yes.
Yes. Look at that cute smile.
Oh my god.
He's so great. Okay, we're back. So we figured out what we're going to do. Screw this thing. We just got a used STI engine from a, what was it, 2011 STI, right?
Yes, sir.
It's on the way here anyway. So we're going to be taking the heads off of that and, cleaning those things up, getting them machined, and putting them on our new Type RA short block. Yeah, so that'll be great. We'll have the correct engine for this car. No weird problems. Don't want to send it out like that. But in other good news, check this out. We took the STI intake manifold, sent it out to our friends over at Color Shift Coatings, and got it nicely powder coated. We really should check this thing on the sun. Let's go see. Alright, so since we love you guys, we took this and got it powder coated, right? And man, that looks good. Look at this. I hope you can see it on camera, but it's got a nice flake to it. So it's like a gloss black with some sparkle. Yeah, this thing looks good. We wanted to do kind of a neutral color. That way when someone goes to get the car wrapped, they don't, it matches. We didn't want to have any, what are you doing? It's like Simba from The Lion King. Anyway, so we got our engine hoist out. Just getting ready to get the new engine in here. Yo, it's here. All right, here it is. Here's our new EJ 25 STI engine. So I guess the story behind this one is it was fine, except someone rebuilt it and there was excessive blow by in the The piston rings, we don't really know yet. We'll have to maybe do a leak down test on it and see if we notice anything bad. But after looking at it a little further, this is not from a 2011 because it's got N-series heads on it, which only came in the 19 plus STIs and or the 18, you know, RA. So that's cool. At least we got some newer, better heads on here. We'll have to get them cleaned up, take them to the machine shop, pressure check them, make sure they're all good and everything, of course, before we slap it on this thing. But look at this. They converted the valve cover to AN fitting. And then it looks like the oil feed line as well in the back of the head. So it's weird. Had a rotated turbo on here. Who knows what else. Well, anyway, we'll start taking it apart and checking it out. But Brian, what you got over here, man?
We got some goodies.
We got some more goodies?
Yes, for the hatch. It's a good day. Like Christmas. Hold on, don't show this part.
Ugh, you're so strong. Ooh. This must be our radium fuel kit. Hell yeah, we got the fuel pressure regulator, the fuel dampers, the whole plumbing kit with the rails. Dude, this is gonna be great. That's just one of many parts that are going on this car. So, next up, we're gonna get our new engine onto the stand, start taking it apart a little bit, and then we're gonna do a leak down test. See how it checks out. Alright, so we completed the leak down test and found that most of the leak down looks like it was coming from the intake and exhaust valves on multiple cylinders. A little bit of seepage is kind of to be expected with the unknown mileage and usage of this engine, but we did find that cylinders 1 and 3 actually happened to be the worst. I think number 3 had about 80% leak down. And it sounded like a lot of it was coming past the piston rings, so that kind of matches with what the original owner of this engine told us, that there's an issue with the block. So it's not a big deal. We're going to get everything addressed on this engine. Once we get the heads off, we'll check them out, make sure they look okay, get them all cleaned up, and we'll make sure the valves seal nice and tight once it's all done and going back together. So not a big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and tear this thing the rest of the way apart off camera, and yeah, we'll go from there. Wow, so one thing I did find while tearing it apart, it's clean inside. These cams look like they're freaking brand new, man. So whoever had this before definitely at least changed the oil. Looks pretty good. Alright, so I got the entire engine stripped down to just a short block. I took all the parts off of it, and I found out what happened with this block too. Basically, it looks like they had an issue with the piston rings, or maybe it's just the way that they honed the cylinders beforehand, but there's a bunch of vertical marks on here. Probably wasn't making very good sealing on a couple of the cylinders, and it's whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not going to be using that one anyway. And then here's our other engine that we're also not going to be using, because it was the JDM engine. So now, in the next video, we're going to be putting everything back together. We got parts freaking everywhere. So we got stuff here, cleaned up a bunch of parts down there, got a whole bunch of stuff on the shelf here. Those are the heads that are going to be sent out to the machine shop, get them all checked out, nice and cleaned up. And then here's our brand new OEM Subaru short block that's going to be the base of the entire thing. Can't wait to see how this is going to turn out, but I think it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Right, Brian?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anyway, so watch for the next video. We're going to start putting this baby together. Bye-bye.